So when you first turn your virtual machine on, this is the screen you're going to be seeing, and the password to sign on to your virtual machine. In this case, we are using an Ubuntu Linux distribution, and we set the password as actually password. So all you have to do to sign on is just type password, PASSWORD, and then pretty much press enter, and as you can see, you're now signed on to your Linux virtual machine, especially in this case the Ubuntu Linux distribution. Now the next step is to go to the applications menu and then choose accessories and then terminal, and this will give you a command line interface to type in the commands. So the very first thing I want you to try is to type actually pwd here. So type pwd, and pwd stands for print working directory, and it kind of shows where you are in the directory system. So if I type pwd and press enter, it actually prints home administrator, and that's actually the current directory I am in. So if I type ls or listing and press enter, it shows all the files or subfolders in that particular directory. Next, we'll try to navigate through your directory system. So the most basic one to use to navigate through your file system is this cd command. So if I type cd and then ... and ... here means the parent directory. So if I want to change my directory, so cd, by the way, stands for change directory, and so if I type cd space ... that means change my directory to my parent directory. So as you saw earlier, the current directory I was in was home administrator, so the parent directory of that will be the home directory. So if I just type cd space ... press enter, and as you can see, my current directory becomes home directory. pwd, if I type it in again, it shows I am in the home directory. So if I want to go all the way up to the top of the directory structure, in this case we call it the root of the file system, you can go there directly by just typing cd and then /, and / simply stands for the root directory. So if I do that without really doing anything, I go directly to the root directory, and then if I type pwd again, as you can see, I am at the root directory. Now somehow, let's say you want to go back to your home directory, which is home administrator, and you can actually do it with one command, which is cd and then space tilde basically in this case means the home directory. So if I just type cd space tilde, press enter, and then pwd, and this is a magic. As you can see, we are now back to the home directory where I started from. Home administrator is my home directory because I am signed on as the administrator in this case. Now the next thing to try is to check your network setting or configuration of the machine you're using at the moment. So the command to use to check how, for example, your IP address for the network interface card of your machine is set up, all you have to do is just type this command. So if config is actually the command, ifconfig, and then press enter. And as you can see, in this case we have ETH0, which is actually representing your network interface for the machine, and it says inet address 192.168.0.11. so that is actually your IP address, 192.168.0.11. so this is how you find out your IP address of the machine. Finally, let's check whether your network interface is actually up and running and working. So to do that, you use this command called ping, P-I-N-G, and you can actually ping another host, and if the host responds back to you, that means your network interface card is running and up and active. So in this case, I'm going to be pinging a well-known host, the one that I know that is up and running. So in this case, I know 192.168.0.2 is a host nearby and up and running. So if I can ping it, and if it responds to my pinging, that means my network interface card is working. So I'll just press enter, and as you can see that 192.168.0.2 machine is responding to my pinging, and my network interface card is able to receive that. So to stop this pinging, just Control and C button together. If you press them, it will stop like this.